a little bit south of where the major trails were, but keep in mind that if going any further south across the continent, you end up in Colorado, and in Colorado, the mountain passes are all very, very high. You end up with mountain passes in the range of 9,500 feet, 10,500 feet, and those are relatively low passes. In Wyoming, you can actually cross in much lower places. There's even a Great Divide Basin in Wyoming, and maybe I'll shoot a video crossing the Great Divide Basin. I think that would be pretty neat. So anyway, I'm now on Happy Jack Road, and this is going to lead me back down to Cheyenne. It's the shape of this map is a little bit unfortunate, but it's actually a pretty fun drive. I'd like to describe a little bit more about the setup that I have here. So with the setup that I have with all these cameras, so I have 256 gigabyte flash drives in each one of the cameras, because these cameras record on a one minute interval. So on a drive like this, I'll end up with many dozens, almost a couple of hundred actual video clips. And managing that much data can be a little bit of a pain. We're talking about on the order of 30, 35 gigabytes, something in that range. And so I think this entire setup would be a little bit much for what most people would want to do, because I'll describe a little bit more as to my vision and kind of show what's going on. But I think that people who driving enthusiasts would actually benefit from just the forward-facing camera, and then just the entire dashboard on the phone itself. That's a nice segue into the video editing software. So I'm using a video editing software called DaVinci Resolve, and I'm still nailing down how to do all these little bits. Basically, I have a screen recording, and I'm taking all of the different bits of the screen recording, and I'm using them to put them in different places around the screen to display different information. It's a little bit of a chore, and it's not exactly easy to automate, but I think it actually looks pretty cool. And this is the actual dashboard that I have for now, and it looks kind of basic, and what I'm trying to do hopefully is introduce a little bit more depth to it. But I think it's kind of a neat looking screen. And so one of the ideas here is I have so many different things I can show that I can change from thing to thing rapidly enough to keep the viewer's interest, because I'm a YouTube viewing enthusiast as well, and I get bored pretty easily too. There's a lot of people out. It's Memorial Day weekend, so that's good. It's good to see people out. So let's see here. What else do I have to say on that? Yes. So I have this dashboard that I'm trying to set as a template, and then get all the different displays on the phone, get all of that templatized, and then once that's done, it should be relatively straightforward to make videos and be able to change between things. So I decided on this drive, what I'm going to try to do is actually have the heads-up display for all the numbers. Just have those on heads-up display, and then anything that goes in the area below in the dashboard, I want to have gauges, dials, rather than digital displays. I just think that might be a neater aesthetic, right? So I need to work on that some more. Those are not set in stone. Obviously, this is relatively new. As a matter of fact, a lot of the screen right now is taken up by stuff that I really would rather not have taken up by. I'll just flash those on the screen, I guess, because, well, what I'll do actually right now is flash the entire phone on the screen, and you can see these are the different displays that I have here. But what I can actually do is I'll do a little demo where I can show you how easy it is to sit and change the different setups. But once I get it set up, I want to leave it set up so that way it'll work with the template a whole lot easier. Got down to about 50 miles an hour. I don't know how much he sped up when he saw me trying to pass him, but I just, for the life of me, I will never understand why people don't just let you pass. I almost think it should be a ticket. I really do. It should be like a careless driving, something like that. I'll admit that the one time I really do break the speed limit enthusiastically is when I'm trying to get around someone I don't trust.